Hi, this is San again, and I want to show you a quick tutorial on how to replace your motor and your ESC on your Phantom. So first thing you need to do is make sure you unplug all the wires. And if you have any questions where to go, look at my other video, but I show you the diagram. But taking it off is good because then you don't want, when you solder on the wires, you don't want anything to tangle and you don't want to burn the wires. So it's just good just to take it out so you can clear it out of the way. Okay? Alright. So we're gonna take off motor number 1 today. So motor number 1 and ESC number 1. So you want all these wires to be out of the way because when you solder, okay? So the first thing I want to do is make sure you get a good soldering iron. Then just remember these wires: yellow, red, black for motor number 1. And all you have to do is just grab onto it and just touch it, and it's going to start melting the wire. And once it melts it, you can take it out like so. Okay, and do the same thing with the red wire, being careful not to touch any of the side because you don't want it to melt. Now the reason why I have to replace this one is because a customer actually threw this in the water. As you can tell, it has a water residue all over it, and one of the computer chip actually fried, so it's good to have this. Okay, so after you you unsolder the wires, you also want to, if you're replacing the ESC, you should take these wires off too. So make sure it's clear and then just melt it away like so. And it's very easy, but it gets kind of hot, so just be careful. You don't want to burn yourself or burn anything. All right, so there you go. And so like these wires are here, you want to touch it because if it melts, then it's over. So yeah, there you go. Melt it. A couple seconds for it to heat up. There we go. Okay. So after you unsoldered on these wires, what you want to do next is to take off the screws. So this off. Okay, now the motor should come off like that. Then, okay, so you need to take off the ESC, and that's connected with 2 screws right here attached to the bottom of the light bar. There's 2 out here. 1 screw and 2. Okay, and then with that you just pop it right off. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so now what you need to do is put on your new ESC. You got to make sure that you put in the right one though, because you see this wire is shorter. Some have longer wires. So you want to make sure that you buy the right piece for the right motor. So or else the bottom has a different light. So this is the front, so that it will be red on this side and green on the other one. So just make sure that when you order the ESC and the motor, the ESC in general, when you order it, that you find the right one. Okay. Okay. So here's how you put it back on. So you would put on the ESC on first. Okay. With the screw that you had before, you want to use that, poke it through the top, and then making sure that the clear piece is like so, where the one that's not towards the edge is facing towards you, and then just screw it back on. Okay, so after you put your ESC back on, then you want to flip it over again. And then with the motor, you want to make sure that the wires are facing towards the center. And then what you got to do is look, and so you can see the little hole. Now you don't have to make it be exact, but just find one first that you can put the screw in. Actually, just put one in and then you use another one to find the hole. like so. Okay, I put it towards the ground so that way it'll be easier. So once you find the hole, just screw it in. And once you get one in partially, the other one will be a lot easier. So yeah. Line up the screen. And I'm going to first, make sure you all screw it in. I can help me. Okay. Okay, so once you put your motor back on, your ESC back on, then you want to solder in the wires again. Make sure that when you do put it back on, that you know which one goes where. So this one here is on a left front, so you need to know that the yellow is more towards the center, then it's red, and then black. Okay, so let's solder it back on. There we go. Okay, so we're just soldering iron. Now these wires, if they're not soldered, or you put the solder on, you could do that first, but these ones that have some solder on it, so it makes it easier to stay on. So then just connect the wire and just melt it. And actually, I like to use a plier because the wire can get hot sometime. So, and it's more accurate. Okay. There's one wire. Two wires and the black one. Okay, you can get tug in a minute to make sure it's firm. So that should be good. Okay. And then you want to attach the ESC to the main circuit board. So the same thing. I use the plier. Hold it from the top. Making sure you avoid the other wires. Just solder it on. And that should do it. And so then you plug in your motor 1 into M1. There you have it. You've now successfully put in your motor and your AC back on your Phantom. I hope this helped. Leave a comment or any questions below, and hope you have a great day. Thank you.